Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are having a good day, and I know a lot of people took today off so they can have a long 4th of July weekend, and if you are, I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. Before I get started on the Patriotic Kitchen Tour, I'll give you an update on John. The procedure itself went really well, but he has had a little bit of a hard time since then. The stone this time was larger than the one he had done crushed in February, so it was a little more involved, and he has been a little uncomfortable because anybody that's had that done, you know that they put a stent in until they're sure that all the pieces come out. So this is quite uncomfortable. And then to top it off, ever since he had the procedure done, after he came home and even ate chicken and rice soup, that even gave him indigestion. So he's been getting indigestion pretty much with everything he's eaten, and that's either coming from the anesthesia or the pain meds. So please say a prayer that he gets to feeling better and everything goes well, so that when he goes next Tuesday for his checkup, they'll be able to take this stent out. So, and we do want to thank all of you for your good wishes and your prayers. It means a lot to us that you've done that for us. So, y'all have all seen this cupboard. Y'all know this is one of my favorite places to decorate. I did a video on just this cupboard. And I think the only thing I added maybe was the Uncle Sam's hats. I can't remember if that was there when I did the video. Those are vintage, and we do have 2 sets of those. They may have been there. I just can't remember. But this is one of my favorite places to decorate. We finally got a lot of good rain last night. We got over an inch of rain, and we needed it bad. So everything is really perking up from that rain. I know some of you all told me that y'all had been getting a lot of rain too, so that's a wonderful thing, as long as it's not too much and causes flooding. On the table, I have those cork flag placemats, and I love those. They're easy to clean, and they stay put. Then in this tray, I have that beautiful 4th of July picture that a friend found for me, with just some greenery and picks and the beads from Hobby Lobby. And there's that vintage cream. This was a restaurant cream container and the little bowl. And I put one of those one of those napkins that I got from Home Goods under it. And I kept the bee sugar and creamer out and just put the patriotic straws in it. And there's a little handmade flag that I got at a craft show, and there's one of those little vintage bows that has the flag detail on it. And those napkins we got last year. And I kept my bee teapot in this tier tray and the honey pot, and added the Sweet Anna Lee patriotic mice. Got their little firecrackers and waving their flag. And that's the little light from Target several years ago. And then right here is that red and white transferware pitcher and bowl that we got at the yard sale. And up here, more of those cute little Anna Lees. And then this little bunny is a handmade patriotic bunny. And just some florals and greeneries in there. And then back here is my two-tier tray. It is a Rae Dunn. I just turned the word around because I don't care for the word on it. And I have the Rae Dunn books. And then the Let Freedom Ring came from Hobby Lobby. I have a vintage spice box. It's 10. Since it was red and blue, it was perfect. And I have the Rae Dunn red salt and pepper stackers. And down on the bottom, I have a Polish stoneware pitcher that has the red and blue. And in the back are some vintage cobalt and silver sugar shaker and salt and pepper. And then the red measuring cups. And then this little Patriotic Humpty Dumpty is a handmade piece from lots of years ago. And the Patriotic beads from Hobby Lobby. And I have the home and the other wood grain birdhouse down there. And in the window, the O for this time is a star in the home letters that my friend gave me a couple years ago. I have strawberries in the vintage scale. And the Patriotic truck towel that I got last year or year before last, I can't remember now, from Kirkland's. And the wonderful tin strawberry sign from Tuesday morning a couple years ago. And then the sign that John made. Here I did keep the lemon and bee stuff, but I changed it all around so it is totally different. There's my wonderful yellow lemonade pitcher. Added the America the Beautiful. Brought the Shine watering can in here and added some blue and red and a flag. Brought all the cute Terremoto over here. And the vintage B brand chili powder. There's the vintage juicer. And the wonderful lemonade sign. I brought the Shine birdhouse in here that a friend got me. And there's that beautiful yellow doily that one of my subscribers made for me. And there's the bee pins. I'll get back so you can see this whole thing. Kept the blue bird houses out. I've moved them from the living room into here. And have some of the Patriotic Rae Dunn along with my Annalise. And I love these little Patriotic owls. Those were from last year. And there's the truck that a friend gave us. And there's the cranberry glass that we got at a yard sale. It's actually Avon. Ruby glass, cranberry, whichever one you want to call it. And more Patriotic straws. And then there's the pottery that comes from Texas. I've had that for many years. More Rae Dunn. And that adorable Patriotic duck. And the little votive holder, that is actually some old Longaberger. Almost fell over the bench. There's that cute pillow that I got. And the two-tier tray has got a vintage piece hand painted with cherries on it. And I've got the little Annalise cherry pie with the little chef coming out holding a cherry. And in my vintage yellowware bowl, I have more cherries. And then up here, I have my white rooster. The red and white polka dot, that's from Italy. The blue and white stripe picture, that is from England. These are vintage from the 40s probably. In the back, I have all vintage blue and white transfer plates. And there's my wonderful blue and white cherry pitcher. And in this antique bowl, I have cherries and raspberries. And more of the blue and white plates. I know it's a glare on them, and I'm sorry for that. And this is a vintage crock. My vintage cherry salt and peppers. And 2 pieces of my cobalt. Just added some touches of red and blue. Terremoto. We made those. Another longer burger piece. And there's that little vintage piece from Japan that I showed when I showed you all some of our vintage pieces of patriotic items. And this is a vintage red and white transfer picture. And over here on the bottom shelf, I have another vintage allspice container with the eagle on it. And up here with the sweet tea pitcher, I have a vintage Tetley tea tin and a vintage tea strainer. And up there, just the red terremoto to bring the patriotic touch. We'll do the living room either this evening or tomorrow. There's baby boy asleep in there in a chair. Over here, it's really nothing patriotic other than just that star bullseye. All this has been here. My vintage towels. America sign. And freedom in the window. And those 2 little vintage star pictures. And in the corner, I just added a few patriotic touches with the terremoto big bowl and some spatulas. And the 2 towels there. Dishes in the dish strainer, that's reality. And there's more of that wonderful Texas pottery. And that is a vintage flag right there. And there's the 2 little sailor boys. And the 2 little tin noisemakers. Still the summer mugs here. I brought all the farm series over here. There's the 4th of July mug, along with that cute Dr. Hess udder ornament tin. Rae Dunn mugs, terremoto, a lot of vintage. The little Lori Mitchell fishing boy and the gardener girl that our daughter and her boyfriend gave us for Mother's Day and Father's Day last year. And more vintage. Well, this is all of the Kitchen Patriotic Tour. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon with the next one. And again, thank you so much for watching and subscribing and liking my videos, and thank you most of all for the prayers for John. Till the next time.